Hey guys, it is February, it's the month of love, and I am back with your monthly Tarotscope. So we are going to be discussing today what sort of things you need to be working on within the areas of your three connections, right? And there's three really important connections that you need in order to really kind of amplify what you're trying to do on your spiritual path, right? So that the first one is going to be your connection with yourself, the next one's going to be your connection with spirit, and the very last one is going to be your connection with your magic. So I feel like knowing a little bit more about what's going on in these areas is actually going to help you really progress and take what you're doing to the next level. So let's talk about overall energy first, and then we'll dive into these specific areas. So the deck did something kind of really weird for me when I was kind of shuffling today. It told me to pull one off the top, which is not something that I usually do. And then I did my usual where I cut the deck. I take those two cards and I use them for kind of extra overall umbrella energy because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of nosy. I like to know everything. And then I pulled the cards for the energy in each of our connections. So I'm going to start with the overall energy and the card that it kind of told me to pull out. And I think it was a really wise choice for Spirit to tell me that because the two overall cards I'm pulling out here, look at these guys. Oh my God. This is like, you look at this and you're already like you can feel the darkness creeping in, right? So what these cards are telling me is okay, things aren't going great right now, but they are not going as bad as they could be going, right? It's sort of like the worst is over, but we're still in this kind of like mucky little area of life. But we have the opportunity from here to go up, which I think is really, really important to remember. So even though it feels bad and you're kind of starting over, which is always really difficult, it gives you the opportunity of a clean slate to kind of create what it is that you want to be creating instead of letting things just kind of happen to you, right? Or having to deal with what is. So the next thing that comes with this too, so I'm getting the Three of Pentacles here, and what's happening here is this is a card about needing to do a little more work, right? Needing extra skills, just extra, just extra tools, right? So with this growth process that you're going through, this rebuilding process, it's really important to learn as much as you can here because it's saying that what you have now, you might kind of be sitting in this range. You want to go up. And so collectively, I think we all have a little more work that we need to do in whatever area it is that we have, right? And the reason that I'm going to show you the card now that came out with this, and I think the reason that came out is because this is never fun. It's never fun, right? It's not fun to be in these kind of places and to have to be doing extra work when we already feel like we've kind of come to a place where we're okay, maybe we don't need any more, right? But the thing is, the Star card came up, and this is the one that Spirit wanted me to show you guys, right? So the Star card is all about hope and faith and renewal, and that's the energy and the message that I'm getting for you. So if you are feeling like this, please remember this, right? There are a lot of good signs that good things are coming. I think sometimes we just get stuck in that area of like fear and like a lot of people collectively get bummed out and it like sucks people in towards that energy. And so then everyone's feeling really bummed out. And if you can kind of counterbalance that with having, just some hope and some faith and some positive energy, it's going to tip the scales the other direction and you won't be sitting so much in that kind of mucky area. All right, so let's talk about the three connections and what we want to know about these guys this month. So the first thing that we want to talk about is our connection with ourselves, right? Because it's really important to know who we are and be really in touch so that we can take care of ourselves properly, right? And we can do the right things and make the right moves, follow our intuition, all that good stuff. So but what's happening here for some reason for you guys for February, I'm getting you guys are making an inconsistent effort, right? So it kind of makes sense with the collective energy of what's going on kind of around us right now. When we're feeling discombobulated, we get pulled around too. So I think what February's energy is really trying to show us is that we really need to do a lot of self-care. We need to be really grounded, right? We need to have our butt energy like right, solid down, when you're kind of up to here, you're kind of floaty. But when you're really grounded, like nothing can kind of knock you off your base. So I think that's the energy that we really need to focus on this month, and just being consistent with it. Because if you're kind of flaky, you're not going to get good results. If you only go to the gym sometimes, you're not going to get the six-pack, right? You have to go all the time, right? And you have to work out hard and consistently in order to be able to make changes. And I think that's what the energy of this card is telling us for this month. Now, the next card we want to talk about is our connection with Spirit. And what comes up with that is the Death card. Now, the good news is it comes up upright instead of reversed. And the energy that I'm really kind of picking up with your connection with Spirit this month is it's kind of time to really, not necessarily start over, but kind of clear out the cobwebs is what I'm getting, right? What's happening right now, there's a huge spiritual transition happening right now. Huge. And that's why we're seeing all of this weird energy that's happening around us. And so really tapping into that will help give you the wisdom and the clarity and probably the sanity that you need in order to get through this time. So really lean into that connection, because Spirit's going to show you why things are being moved and what's going to be happening and how stuff is going to be unfolding. But if you're too stuck in the material plane here and what's happening just in your immediate, like just around you, you're probably going to be feeling some of that overall energy that I was showing you earlier. Probably going to be feeling that really hard. Okay, so lean into your connections with Spirit as much as you can this month. That's really going to give you a solid base and help you get through anything that's kind of giving you some stress or some, unease. Okay, the last thing we want to talk about is our connection with our magic. And I'm so excited for this because, guys, it's time, right? If you're not already in this, it's time. Just bust out the doors and just do it, right? This is showing me that the timing is right. You have all the knowledge that you need. So what are you waiting for, really? Just get off your butt and start using your gifts and start working your magic, because I really feel like right now that's what we need. That's what this planet needs. That's what the people around you need. That's what we need on a global scale. And so if everybody can share their magic, think how amazing that would be, right? Think how much more good that would do, because we all have such individual and special gifts that we create our magic from. And I think the world needs more of that and less of everything else right now, right? So really focus on your magic this month and lean into it. If you've been waiting for something, stop waiting, because you're never going to be ready. Really, honestly, you're never going to be ready. You just have to do it. So those are the things that I would say for you to focus on this month. And whatever happens to you guys and however you're feeling, I just really want you to focus on this card, right? This card is kind of your main energy. So if your mind starts wandering or you start ping-ponging all over the place, just bring your attention back to the Star card and remember that hope, that optimism, that faith, that renewal. And that's the energy that we really want to focus on so that we can bring more of that in. So I hope that was helpful for you guys this month. You have a better idea of where you're going, kind of what stuff you should be kind of putting your time and your energies into. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to work with me on developing any of these 3 questions, let me know. If you just want a tarot reading, figure some stuff out, let me know. We can do that too. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching and for all your love and support. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day.